Greetings, hello, welcome to this week's In Service to the Heart. Hmm. And just allowing our eyes to close and feeling the at one-ment with the body and the breath. Taking a moment to gather all of your personal energy from the activity of your dreaming time, your day-to-day life, all of the experiences of your responsibilities and presences and showing up. Just feeling a calling to yourself, all of yourself, and inviting it to really land in your heart, your belly, your hips, your legs, and your feet, inhabiting fully your lower body and a deepened sense of presence, allowing yourself to come back and down in your seat. And feeling the breath extend all the way down into this lower body to really access resourcing from the upper realms, the upper chest, the heart, into the belly and the hips, and exhaling from below to above. Taking a moment to notice if you can really feel the foundation of your being, your base, and letting yourself let go into what you're sitting upon. Allowing even the points of your sits bones to become like anchor points and connection points with the earth. Feeling with curiosity that sense of what holds us in transition. So allowing even the base of your body to feel like it has some weight to it and feeling those sits bones burrow down. Notice how that supports a lengthening upwards of the spine and the head and the crown. And breathing into the front and the back of the heart. And allowing the nerve strands to lengthen towards the earth, towards what those sits bones are burrowed into, towards like real foundation, steadiness, earth, presence, knowingness. Inviting the nerve strands to open up and gently let go of anything it's holding in your nervous system, just allowing it to tunnel out and be offered as sacred compost to the earth in this season of transition and decay and compost and letting go and shedding. So we are open to receiving. So we are uncluttered to curl into the winter cave. So allowing your whole being, your base and your nerve endings to find steadiness that is not defined by the conditions of our day-to-day life. Steadiness that is not circumstantial. It doesn't depend on anything being just so or any particular way in the human experience. Steadiness that is infinite, it's eternal, it's boundless. To feel the steadiness of the quantum field, the resonant fields. And with each breath, allowing like a pushing down and out of that which no longer serves. Accumulated burdens, worldly static, anything that jams our capacity to receive, our spiritual antenna, our resplendent nervous system's divine birthright. Feeling it fall away now as gracefully as a leaf departs the branches. And so with each breath, expanding our awareness and reaching, stretching, casting our gaze beyond the confines of the human experience to the steadiness of the eternal, to the steadiness of the infinite, the all-dwelling, the steadiness that exists through our capacities to see the invisible, hear the inaudible, feel the non-physical, and be the actualized experience of the divine. And so recognizing and recognizing, so feeling this knowing, this shift in knowing and awareness of what is true, what is real, what is constant, what is steady, what is grace, what is the divine itself, that which I choose to call spirit, everywhere in its fullness, knowing itself, expressing itself unwaveringly, fearlessly. In the actuality of what it is beyond measure, beyond conditions, of what is always so, no matter what. So we attune, we adjust, we calibrate our spiritual antenna and our full-bodied awareness of this absolute consciousness itself. Knowing it without exception, without withhold, in steady presence of what is always so. As love, as grace, as harmony, as truth, as light, as oneness. as this one knowing and presencing and revealing as all. I know where it must be where I am. It must be where each one is here, now, always has been, and evermore shall be, without exception, without withhold, beyond condition, this steady presence of the I am as each one's entire being. And so we allow it to be embodied, to be known even more fully right now as each one, as the eternal that never needs to be proved or achieved. Always right here, always right now, always is. We celebrate the unique expression, of course, as each one. And know, I affirm this steady embodiment upon which we stand, upon which we live, as which we live. And we allow our own root system, our own full resplendent nervous system, our own conscious awareness to engage and be as this living truth right now. And we let it be known as breath, as body, as being, as one. And we allow this foundation of absolute consciousness and awareness to be this strength through the transition of the human experience, to be the strength and the holding and the North Star and the guidepost and the beacon and the stabilizing force of each one's self through the tumult of transformation, through the decomposition of what is no longer, through the impact of dismantling, decay, and death. And the hollowed ground from which we emerge, we rise, we remember, we transmit, and we be. We be as one. So all of the wisdom, all of the resourcing, all of the support, all of the clarity, all of the knowing, all things that are needed are already right here, fully encoded in the divine intelligence that each one is, fully supplied, already given, already given. And so we rest in the emergence, the awakening, the truth, the trust, the foundation, the stability, the full fortitude, the yes. So thankful for all of the wider field of support, knowing that not one of us is ever alone. And drawing from the truth of our oneness with the all, it is what is. And I'm grateful to know it right now. I'm grateful to see it, to know it as each one here, to affirm and celebrate this truth of the form of the divine they are, the resourcing and supply and support that's already present, the fortitude and divine strength and possibilities and steadiness of being Upon the current of each one's unique evolutionary unfoldment, it is what is. And we allow ourselves to be in unabashed thanksgiving for our lives, for what is, in continuous composting of what is no longer, and continuous receptivity of what is now, in harmonic resonance with the frequency of the divine as each one, the frequency of truth and clarity and trust and light and stability and strength and power and essence. And so we let it be, for there's nothing to do or fix or make happen. Each breath a surrender, each breath an allowance. And we know that it's already done. It's already here. It's already now. As each one, forever and evermore. And so it is. And so it ever shall be. So be it. Thank you for joining me today for Fortitude in Transitional Times and all the other nourishing declarations of this time. Peace and blessings.